of Christ. He is saying that the only thing that will last are the things that are eternal. The things that are eternal. Look at that, 1 Corinthians chapter 3 verse 15. 3 verse 15. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. I must be able to evaluate what I am doing and ask myself, how will this survive before Jesus? Can I stand with this before Jesus? So if I build my life on something that don't really matter in eternity, I have wasted my entire life. You are only an engineer on earth. The day you die, you're no more an engineer. You're only a medical doctor here. The moment you die, you're no more a medical doctor. You're only a chief judge here. The moment you die, you cease to be a chief judge. Some of you, even before you die, you cease to be a chief judge. They retire you. You're only an army general here. While you are still alive, they retire. Your eyes are still open. You are retired. You're only a banker here. There's an age you reach to in banking. They retire you. Of course, after they have harvested your useful age, they retire you without, if care is not taken, without second-hand value. Many bankers, after retirement, they go to the village because they are no more fit for the society. Transient life is. A preacher told me, if you go for a program, there are 3 indicators that make the program a success. 3 indicators. Number 1, the crowd. Number 2, the offering. The offering. The offering. Number 3, the convenience. Flight, hotel, and the cars. Those are the indicators for a successful program. Can you imagine? The lives of the people are not even in the indicator. He told me. He said, before I preach for you, those indicators must be intact. Friends, there will be surprises in heaven. When we see Jesus, many preachers you are clapping for will be crying. I kid you not. The yardstick of God's judgment is not your yardstick. You know your yardstick? He has 3 cars. He's driving in a limousine. He has protocol, bodyguard, soldiers and police are protecting him. The man of God, if you see his suit and shoe, they are too expensive. That is your own yardstick for a man of. That is also the yardstick for a Hollywood star. Yeah, that's a yardstick for the secular. See the carnality in the church? If a pastor wears an old suit with old shoes, rides a bicycle, they say he's not anointed. See the carnality in the church? Anointed men are the ones that carry big cars. So because of that, young boys that should be in ministry out of love for God, they now develop a greed because you have put them under pressure that they are not called by God if they don't drive big cars. So they will go and meet native doctor and collect something and put in their mouth. When they talk, you just like, you are hypnotized. I see. What are they seeing? They have washed their eye with diabolical powers. See, I'm right now in your village. How can a man of God be in your village when he's in the city? What are you doing in the village? Do you rate people based on how much they have? James said, you mustn't treat people according to their money. Look at what God said to the church, one of the churches in Asia. Revelation chapter 3 verse 17. Revelation chapter 3 verse number 17. Because thou sayest, I am rich and increase with goods and have need of nothing, and knowest not that thou art wretched and miserable and poor and blind and naked. You think you have money, you have 100 million naira, you have 500 million naira, but you are naked, you're blind, you're empty, you're poor, you're wretched. Before God, you're not up to 1 penny. Where it matters, you're nothing. You're only something among the mundane. You say you're rich. You say you're rich. You say you're increased with goods. But God say, look, you're poor, you're blind. You don't have anything where God is concerned. Never put money first. When you're looking for a job, don't look at the salary. Find out, does God want me in this place? If God wants you there, even if the salary is not good enough, go there. Because where the will of God is for your life, that's where peace is. That's where safety is. That's where security is. And that's where the blessing is. It is not the salary that blesses. It is God that blesses. If you do the job well, where God wants you to do it, even if the organization don't pay you well, God's blessing upon 1,000 can do what 100,000 cannot do without the blessing. Ultimately, it is the blessing of the Lord that maketh rich, and he added no sorrow to it. It is not a bank account. It is not the balance on the account. When God blesses that money will do what billions cannot do.